Yeah.
My Lords, very briefly, I thought that the Noble Lord Sanderson explained very well some of the reasons why this group of amendments are so important. I just want to note that as somebody who is a fan of rehabilitation, although I actually quite like that rebranding that's just been suggested, the truth of the matter is that what passes for rehabilitation, certainly in prison, is often shoddy or not available, not up to scratch. And I'm always, by the way, that is not a criticism of the people trying to deliver it, it's for all sorts of reasons. And so I'm just very keen that we really think hard about what kind of rehabilitation is being offered in the community. I just cannot see how, even with a pledge to invest 700 million more into probation services, they can deliver what's in this bill. And it seems to me that this is part of the problem I have with some of the suggestions in terms of rehabilitating people via community sentences. I'm worried, I suppose, that rehabilitation and community sentences will be discredited if this goes wrong. So I think the amendments are trying very hard to ensure, in terms of compliance, in terms of making sure that they're completed, making sure that the victims, but the whole of community and society understand what they're trying to do, is why these amendments are crucial to me. I wanted to just state very clearly that community sentences are criminal sentences. They aren't supposed to be a kind of soft option. They have to be taken as stringently and seriously as if you put somebody in prison. And if somebody is put in prison and they escape, however that might occur, we think that they're trying to escape justice. And my concern is, if we haven't got the resources, or we haven't got our eyes on ensuring that community sentences actually happen properly, then that's escaping justice. And I think that therefore has to be taken very seriously. I also just wanted to raise some concerns about Amendment 52 in relation to mandatory healthy relationships courses. I have some cynicism that the way to solve the problem of violence against women and girls is through education myself. And I just have a certain dread of the kind of excuse being, well, you know, I committed that offence because I didn't know that consent was needed. I wouldn't have done the rape if I'd been sent on a good course. I hesitate to say this, but some people are violent against women and girls because they despise women and girls, and it's not a question of having sent them on a well-resourced course. And I've heard an awful lot of excuses in recent years, actually, from people who say, I wouldn't be a sex offender if only this had happened. And it's like, well, you wouldn't have been a sex offender if you hadn't committed the offence of sexual assault. So I don't want this to be an excuse for letting those largely male perpetrators off the hook.
Sorry, my lord.